Hi, welcome to the show. Suzanne Lynn here with a very special author. Her name is Kimber Leigh, and she wrote the book Greta GarBITCH. And I'm just so glad that you're joining us. I want to say aloha, Kimber.
Yes, aloha for the big island of Hawaii.
And we're all just a little bit jealous of that.
Yes, it's a great place to be quarantined for sure.
Well, Kimber, you have such a rich history, and a lot of your story comes from a really dark, negative place in your childhood. Um, I kind of like to just start with that so that we can focus on the good that's happening in your life right now. What inspired your book, uh, Greta Garbitch? I mean, from years ago, what was the inspiration?
I had recently moved to the big island of Hawaii, and on the island, time expands because it's slowed down and it's beautiful here. And with time being slowed, I'm used to the fast pace of entertainment on the mainland and friends and just all kinds of things that keep you going. And when I came here, because it was so slow, I went to my husband and I said, I just don't know if I can do this. I'm bored. I need more in my life. And he said, well, write a book. And my husband had no idea about my experience with the light. I only shared it with a few very close people in my entire life. And so I wrote this book, and it took almost 2 to 2.5 years to write. And I shared it with my mentor the day it was to be released, the day before releasing on Amazon. And he said, Kimber, please do not publish that book. Well, at first I thought it was because of the information of the light, my experience with it. And I said, why, Summers? And he said, because it's horrible.
Ouch.
And after 2.5 years, most people would really quit. And I did. I quit. I put the book away. I said, that's it. I'm done. And then I came down with a horrible case of shingles. And I was on my stomach for 3 weeks with big open sores on my body.
Oh my gosh.
And the pain was so incredible. And I thought to myself, okay, pain, if you want to battle me physically, I'm ready for you. But I'm going to also now battle you emotionally. And I took that book out, and I knew that it was horrible because I didn't touch on the pain.
Let's start there. Let's start there. And as I said, I don't want to focus a whole lot because certainly you can purchase the book Greta GarBITCH by Kimberly A. Leigh, but it is the foundation of your story and where you are today.
Yes, it was a moment in my life where I was taking a severe beating. I was always getting beat in the middle of the night while my mother's grabbing her vodka bottle out from under my mattress and guzzling and beating me at the same time. And I never understood it. And I prayed to my Heavenly Father daily, please, can you take me with you? I just want to be with you, or take my mother so that I can be free. And I opened my eyes and I was standing in the essence of the most brilliant feeling, experience, I can't put it into words, and I tried my best in the book. I spoke it so that the reader could feel it, but I felt this incredible energy, and it opened up to me and showed me who I was going to be.
And I mean, the darkness at that, not just that very moment, but your life as a little girl was of sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional, mental, in all ways. And your father was completely in the dark of what was happening with your mom.
Exactly.
Which, oh gosh.
And he was working 3 jobs in order to take care of 4 children, but we were silenced. And just like we're being silenced today, it's a silence, it's a darkness, but we don't have to stay in it. And inside the book gives you a step-by-step plan on how to get out of the dark. And it's a climbing, it's a fighting, but it is real and it will happen for you.
And that is the other side of where Kimber's at right now. So, Kimber, I mean, when I look at what you've achieved, where you were as a child, what was poured into you, where you've come from, you're a producer, a director, a winning actress, a journalist, a best-selling author, an advanced underwater diver, focusing on underwater photography. You've been a flight attendant. I mean, you have gone, nope, nope, that's not going to define me. That's not going to be how the rest of my life is. You talk about changing you first. Can you talk about that?
Sure, we all have a responsibility, even though didn't have anything to do with my mother's drinking, but my responsibility was to understand her problem rather than judge her problem. So I had to
Ooh.
change me first before I could change my exterior surroundings. And that is so prevalent today. We are all responsible. Thoughts become words, become things, and we're manifesting our own world outside of ourselves. If we just felt that responsibility and accepted it and realized it. I also talk in the book about words, the power of them, the vibration. If you do this when you're speaking, you can feel your words. They go out into the universe. They come back, and you are gifted with your very thought spoken word.
Kimber, let's talk about the success that your book has had already.
So on the day of its release, it became a bestseller, which is mind-blowing to me because I'm not famous, but I do have a little bit of a following, but it takes a lot for that to happen. The book's been off and on the bestsellers list for the last year. I found you. This was just an amazing journey of meeting and finding you, and from Hawaii to Florida.
I know. It was definitely meant to be because I believe that your story needs to be shared. It needs to be told because I wonder how many people have suffered in childhood that are just stuffing it down. And you're saying it doesn't have to be that way. It wasn't your fault. You
Exactly.
can
It's
deal with this. You can be a great you.
Yes, so put away, get your little treasure box and put away all your little pain and your hurt, and make a choice, and make a choice to be anybody you want to be, do anything you want to do. There is also a formula for forgiveness in the book that is foolproof. It does work. It worked for me. It can work for you. And once you forgive, the miracles that follow that act of forgiveness, and it is an act, it's not just spoken words, it's an act. Act today to forgive and watch the miracles you receive. And I did want to just show the cover of the book, if I
Yeah,
could.
absolutely. And again, we're speaking with
There
um,
we go.
Kimber A. Leigh, the book Greta GarBITCH. Beautiful cover. And that's you on there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This cover was taken by Peter Salama, who was a photographer, and the title came from my mother when I told her I wanted to be a famous actress, because my grandfather shared that with me when I was a child. You will be as famous as Greta Garbo, who was the first silent screen actress. My mother said, sweetheart, you will never be anything but a bleep, a Greta Gar bleep.
Wow. Wow. Well, I am so pleased to see how you've just taken life and you've shared your pain to make other people better and let them know that they don't have to stay in that forever. Where can we get your book?
On Amazon, it's an audio, Kindle, or paperback form. Also, you can visit my website at KimberAleigh.com. That's KimberAleigh.com. And if anybody would like to reach out to me, they're more than welcome to. I also have this workbook called Achieving Your Miracle, and it is taken from the Greta GarBITCH book. You, instead of reading the whole book to get the formulas, we condense them all and put them in a workbook form.
That's wonderful. Kimber, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. I'm glad that your book is doing so well. And I have a feeling that we're going to talk again sometime.
I would love that. And thank you again. And from the big island of Hawaii, mahalo.
Mahalo, friend.